This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the sweetest pea, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shazza McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's Independent Weekend podcast, where we break down all the best happenings on the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta. I'm wrestling. And what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Penta Cero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boris.
I'm Big Ben Ortman.
Hi, this is Smiley Kylie Ray.
I'm Yes Guy.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week?
The Rats lost!
If you've got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
There's the boss.
Hey!
The man with the finest beard on this screen.
Canadian men, boys, shut the hell up! Let me talk!
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And y'all know what that means.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
It is on.
Am I good? Am I good? Because that intro was super choppy for me, and I thought you were going to show up.
Was it?
I thought it was just going to be you to kick this thing off, but
no.
Tell the people what it means, because I'm here, and I haven't figured out what it means yet either.
Yeah. It means it's another new episode of Between Two Beards, and we got another big one for y'all this evening. We're going to be talking some NFL football, some wild card weekend preview with our pal Jeff Hawkins, who will be hopping on here momentarily. We're going to start the show talking some football, And then, we'll be diving into the pro wrestling of the week and all that fun stuff. But
there's a lot of crazy stuff this week.
A lot of stuff. But it's a big football weekend. We got a playoff game happening in college right now as we go live. We have another playoff game in college tomorrow night. And then we have 3 days worth of NFL playoffs on Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
5 straight days. If you're a football fan, this is the weekend for you.
Yes. So we thought, who better than our friend Jeff Hawkins, who we talk football with a lot of. Yeah, you are choppy. You are swaying side for side in a very. It's not smooth. It's like.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we bring on the GOAT, the man himself, Jeff Hawkins, our resident NFL expert, and hope that maybe his presence will end my choppiness, and if it doesn't, I will boot myself and figure it out. But I can't wait to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs this year, baby. Let's go. Joe Burrow.
I prefer wannabe Division 1A trying to walk on as an NFL expert. My favorite part of that intro video is the special effects to try and make Pluggo look relatable and likable. That was great. That you blew the budget.
There's special effects to make you look relatable and likable.
Yeah.
I still left that intro hating Pluggo. I still left it hating that guy. That guy sucks.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
How are you guys? Good.
We're well. Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
I love this weekend. I love this 5 days of football stuff, man.
Yeah.
I am here for this. The college tournament's fun. I gotta razz Pluggo a little bit here, though. It's time. I am so done with your Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Basically, wanting to have all the sex with the ACC, but not wanting to commit. And that is why you didn't get
we can talk. Yeah, because you're an ACC guy.
To be fair, though, the ACC also wanted to have all the sex with Notre Dame.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
We sell out all of your games when we play your bottom feeder team.
Why wouldn't anybody want to be?
But hold on, let's not focus this just on football, because Notre Dame is a member of the ACC and every other sport.
This is true.
It's the guys who didn't. It's all these boosters who still think it's 1999, the last time they won a title.
We won a title in 99?
Yeah, Clemson's won some titles since then. Florida State, if you like them. I mean, we have some players in our division. The ACC has over-delivered in their bowls this year. Don't call it a weak conference. I know SEC Nation. So we are the home of Southern football, and we're okay. So what? Okay, you have one team in the Final Four, and the best team is a guy from JMU who never smiles. So I love him. I love Indiana's coach. I wish Virginia had hired him, but I like Tony still. But yeah, no, I'm just done with boosters of schools whose time has passed that still think that they are king shit. I'm tired of them. I just am. Penn State is another one. Virginia Tech's time is come and gone.
I'm glad it's not just Notre Dame exclusive tonight.
Oh no, it's not. I have a list. Tennessee, if you want to get there,
Oh, good old balls, huh? Listen, no, I said from whenever this whole thing started, this whole fiasco began, that I believed Miami should have been in the playoffs. They're playing absolutely like they should be one of the 4 best teams. They should have been this team all year. Our records were comparable. I think the only issue, and I've said it 1,000 times, was that we were in the playoff the entire time, and then all of a sudden magic happens and we're out, which I don't agree with all of. I would have loved to play that Pop-Tart bowl, man. That Pop-Tart were ruled, but
that bowl's awesome.
At the end of the day,
I get it.
At the end of the day, let's be real here, Jeff. Let's be realistic. Let's be honest. You're not mad at Notre Dame. What you should be mad at is the way they've destroyed college football in the super conferences, and now there's 18 teams a conference and all this.
Oh, I hate it. I hate
it was perfect the way we had it. If you kept the conferences the way they were, made a 12-team playoff, guess what? Everybody's happy. It all works out. Now
it's going to 16 in the next year.
No, I'm aware. We had it so good. The Pac-12 needs to be the Pac-12 sake.
Actually, what I'm most mad at is that because our star linebacker once again got hurt in the last game of the year, is that Virginia didn't make this tournament because I think they might have upset Ole Miss at full strength. I do.
Yeah.
But I understand I hate the NIL deals. I mean, look, I'm one of those cranky curmudgeon-y types that think your reward is getting a free education at a school that you probably couldn't get into academically. So you should probably go there. But I understand that is a thought process that is long past gone. But I do think that Calipari is absolutely correct that we need to. We can't be doing 4 schools in 4 years or 7 schools in 7 years for
or getting drafted and playing NBA basketball games and getting college offers.
That's ridiculous too.
Listen, I just wanted to. I think the players need to get paid. I think that the toothpaste is unfortunately out of the tube now because now there's 1,000 kids in this transfer portal and only so many spots. But I want to get back to. I don't want to have to stay up till.
Hold on, let me pause here real quick. Are you catching Music Box Dancer on the audio? Because there's someone like either across the street from me or around me that is just blasting like an ice cream truck version.
But really quick, speaking of music, the boss said that our new intro does get us demonetized. If Jeff's going to be playing music across the street, that could get us demonetized. So hit a like, hit a subscribe.
Oh, so should I have not played that?
No,
did I miss a memo?
No, I didn't miss a memo. But I'm saying leave a super chat if you want to get your question statement or talk trash about JPJ's football team. You'll have to read it.
Whoa, no.
Well, okay, we're moving on from minor league.
We're not going to see it.
At the end of the day with minor league stuff, I'm shocked that Miami is as good as they're playing right now. But hey,
I like their running back. That Fletcher runs hard, man.
They got that Tony guy too. It's real fast.
That Mark Fletcher guy runs hard. I like him.
Yeah, I love both coaches in that
What up, Boris?
Oregon game.
What up, Fernando?
Yeah. How can you not love Signetti?
Who else we got?
How can you not?
I mean, he canceled the Virginia game. He ducked in Virginia.
Yeah, well, he canceled thinking it was going to strengthen his schedule, and it turned out that Virginia was pretty good this year. That's the thing.
Yeah. I like both those guys. I think Dan Lanning's legit too.
Lanning coming out screaming "pound of flesh" at that last game had me marking out. I loved that.
Those are some good coaches. I loved what he said about college football and the schedule. Like he kind of went at the NFL and he was like, we've been kind of catering to them and giving them some of our days. Like Saturdays should be reserved for.
Yeah, there's no reason that these games should be tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
This should be on Saturday, one early, one late. Own the day.
When I grew up in a region in the Northeast where college football is not like I watch it every week because I love football, but nobody up here cares about college sports in the Northeast that much.
Boston College.
We just don't. We are very much
took over Christmas too, and that was
like that shit. That's the NBA. When I grew up, Saturdays were college football, Sundays were NFL football. That's just how it went, and I get it.
And I'll age myself here too. On Thanksgiving, it was Detroit Lions, Dallas Cowboys, and then wrestling at night.
Yeah. And then I just feel like now there's just stuff every day, so it's completely different. But I don't know, like the NFL kind of bullying themselves to having more Saturday games, like during the heart of the college football season, and college football being like, all right, we'll work around you. I get it, but it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Just own it.
Let's get into it.
We got Boris in the chat. We got Fernando. We got Scott. We got El Juggalo saying that he's heard that Matt Cardona likely dropped the JCW.
I mean, he's going to be dropping all those.
He dropped them all. I think he has canceled all of his dates through the summer.
Yeah.
He is officially full-time in WWE. But we have Jeff on, which if you want a wrestling talk, we will chat wrestling here shortly. But we only have Jeff for as long as Jeff would like to have us because that is how big of a deal he is. So we're going to chat.
We're doing full NFL wildcard weekend playoff preview. That's what we're doing.
Previewing the playoffs. Jeff was with us in the preseason to preview the season. I don't know if anybody went back and looked, but I have a feeling none of us expected this, especially the AFC, I would say.
The one I nailed was the Chicago Bears being better than everybody was saying they were going to be.
Yeah. My Super Bowl is still there. I had the Bills beating the Eagles in the
How's
Super
that
Bowl.
Tampa Bay NFC Championship?
I did have Tampa Bay in the end. After the first 6 weeks, I was feeling good. Plug.
Yeah, you were.
I had Chiefs Eagles.
I was playing. They were 5-1, and Baker was the MVP favorite. I was like, "Hey, man, my Eagles Bucks NFC Championship is going to be going down, man."
I remember going big on the Ravens. So I think I had the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Just to let Pluggo needle me a bit more. Yes, the Bengals sucked again, and we're standing pat, and we're happy with where we are. Meanwhile, the 2-time Coach of the Year and the 2-time Super Bowl winning coach over, or one time I think winning Super Bowl Ravens, they're gone. But we like where we are, and I've come to the conclusion that it's not that Mike Brown doesn't want to win. That he doesn't know how to win, and that's even worse for me.
Well, we were chatting on Twitter, and I said, "You guys brought Marvin Lewis back for a decade and a half."
Yes,
when he was
never
as average
as
it's as average or below average as it got, and you were just like, "Yeah, come on back, Marvin, come on back." So I mean, it couldn't have shocked you that much, I guess.
This is an interesting year, though, because to me, at least looking at this field, number one, there's no great team. That's the thing that you're looking at and going, there's no one that you think, like, if you look at both sides, especially the NFC, anybody in that crew can get in there. Mm-hmm. And if they get hot, and it's fascinating. But boy, I mean, would you be shocked if a 4 or 5 seed got into the Super Bowl coming out of the NFC or AFC this year? Not me.
Not really. Not really. I think this is one of the more. Well, you got to understand. I mean, there's no Patrick Mahomes in this. There's no Lamar Jackson. There's no Joe Burrow. There's no and we're going to talk about it. But like, to me, even though they're a 5 seed, I am of the belief that if the Buffalo Bills don't make it to the Super Bowl, you got to fire that coach too. Sorry.
Oh, by the way, that's another one that I nailed, is that the Bills have no receivers.
They don't. They don't. Like,
which is funny because the receivers the Bills had went to the Patriots. JPJ was all excited about it. Now he's not feeling too good about it.
About what?
Stephon Diggs is going to Stephon Diggs, baby.
I mean,
look, he's going to play.
Everybody has a distinctive strength and a distinctive weakness in this tournament. And the Steelers are the cockroaches of the NFL. Somehow they make it into the playoffs every year, and they either grind out a win or they get blown out by 30.
And they could still fire Tomlin. I know that was on the table at one point.
That would be hilarious if every coach but the guy who sucked the worst in the
AFC. I was going to say, wouldn't every coach be fired in the AFC North if that were the case?
Except for Zach Taylor, because
all right.
I want Mike McDaniel coaching Joe Burrow. I'm living for that.
That was the big news of the day.
Dude, he's the offensive coordinator. He could, get him in the coaching room.
No, he's gonna go coordinate for wherever Saleh ends up, and you know it. So
he might end up. I saw a rumor at Detroit.
I mean, they clearly took a step back, losing obviously Ben Johnson, who's the real deal.
Can you imagine Dan Campbell and Mike McDaniel in the same?
If they wanted to get another offensive genius, I mean, McDaniel is that caliber of guy. But
okay, so how are we doing this? Game by game or just?
I'm going to go game by game, kind of how the schedule goes.
Yeah, because first game is there's a game tomorrow. 4:30, 7:30, 4:30, 7:30, then 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday.
All right.
Yeah. Can I just tell you though? I hate the Monday Night Football playoff game. Hate it.
I do too, especially because I think they have to play on Saturday the next week.
Yeah, like that. How's that fair? They made the playoffs, and you're gonna. That's not. Do 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. How is this hard? 1, 4, and 7. Both days. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes no sense. But anyway.
If you got wrestling questions, you want us to remember them, that's where you would drop a super chat in.
Yeah,
write them down.
And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We're going to go for 20 likes tonight, y'all. So get us to 20.
20, and Jeff will take his shirt off and spin it around like a helicopter.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm back into my old man strength lifting. I'm doing okay.
Ooh, he didn't say no, fam.
Didn't say no.
Yeah. Right. So Saturday afternoon, 4:30 p.m., the first game of the wild card weekend, and it is a rematch from the regular season, which will see the Los Angeles Rams 12-5, finished shockingly 3rd in the NFC West. They are traveling to Carolina to face the 8-9 NFC South Division champions.
I so wanted this to be the
Carolina
Buccaneers, to be
Panthers,
honest with you.
who beat the Los Angeles Rams at home earlier this year in a big comeback in the second half and beat them.
So
I think the Rams are going to go in there and win by 30.
So my best friend, not named JPJ.
I'm on the Panthers. I've been on the Panthers for 2
years.
Well,
I'm saying is like he's a Panthers fan. He's like a lifelong Panthers fan because he's from Carolina, and then he moved here and they got a team, so he rolled with it. And we're sitting there Saturday texting back and forth, and I was like, all you gotta do is win this game, right? All you gotta do is beat the Bucs, and you're in, baby. That's it. And the Bucs did everything they could to give this game to Carolina, and they just were like, nope. So then they're rooting, then they go the next day. They're rooting for Atlanta to pull off this win over those Saints. Now, here's where I go. This has all the earmarkings for like the Panthers by 3, right? Like they just somehow like sneak out some win at home over this Rams team like by 3 points, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
And then the undeserving soon-to-be MVP, Matt Stafford, will show the world why he shouldn't be MVP. Anyway,
is there any world where the Carolina Panthers pull this upset?
Yeah, I think so.
Stafford. I mean, Stafford has looked human in these last couple games.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Rams are going to come out of the NFC.
Okay.
Because,
I mean,
it's going to for me when I was looking at this, it's either going to be the Rams or the Eagles. Mostly because I think a lot of playoff football is number one, controlling adrenaline for the players, and number two, and most importantly, smart coaches. And McVay is the smartest coach in this tournament. I'm sorry, he's the guy who makes the best adjustments at halftime. This is why the Rams. You'll be remember that the Europe game with the Rams where they're just getting the crap kicked out of them for the first half. They go in at halftime. McVay makes a few adjustments and they come back and they win that game. And they had no business winning that. That was the Rams for the first half of the season, is like getting down 3 touchdowns and coming back and winning. They are just mentally tough. They don't. And I don't believe in these things. Oh, don't let the moment get the better of you. Play with a sense of urgency, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in that stuff, but I do believe in smart coaches. And I just think Sean McVay is brilliant. And I think I think they blow the doors off the Panthers. That's what I'm getting around to.
Yeah. I think realistically, that's what's going to happen. I think the Rams are going to win big. They're favored on the road by 10.5. I think they cover. I think this is, yeah. And like the Panthers, don't get me wrong, 8-9 is, not good for a division winner, but I think overall the Panthers' improvement this year was one of the good stories in the NFL. But McVay is, for my money, the best coach in the league. So that he is, to me. I think, I think the NFC West might have 3 of like the best 5 or 6 in the league, to be honest.
I also judged games by former Bengals on those teams, and Nick Scott is playing in the defensive backfield for the Panthers, and he was a kind of a knucklehead when he was with the Bengals, so I assume we're going to go.
Fair.
Much like Awuzie blew it for the Ravens on Sunday night, so it's just.
Yeah, I got the Rams winning big here. I think they're one of the best teams. The NFC is more loaded, I feel like, than the AFC, but I think the Rams, even though they ended up finishing third and kind of limped to the finish a bit, I think they're right up at the top of the NFC.
I love how they finished third and limped at 12-5.
They did. Yeah. They did not play well.
I know. But it's crazy that they won 12 games and they're like this. Yeah, it's wild. Do they need to figure something out there? Like, I remember the NBA did a tweak where it's the top 4. It's the top 4 records now. It used to be.
Oh, you mean like seeding-wise?
Yeah, it used to be division winner. And now it's like by record. Do they
it's good as is. It's good as is. I like
because they reseed in the second round. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll reseed it, but if you're if you're the Rams or you're the Niners, and you're like, man, we ran into this juggernaut that was the Seahawks this year.
The Arizona Cardinals made it at 8-9 at the playoffs one year, and they
yeah.
The Seattle Seahawks in that game with the Saints, they were 8-9 or 9.
Yeah, there's. No, for
Saints
sure,
12,
for sure. No, I'm not saying. I just feel bad for like the Rams have to go to Carolina across the coast, which I think, like you said, I think Jeff makes all the great points in the world, and so do you. But I'm gonna roll with my prediction: Panthers by 3, baby.
Hey, listen. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Bryce Young, let's go. I'm going to wear my Jimmy Clausen's Panther jersey.
Jimmy Clausen.
Panthers jersey. I'll wear that all day on Saturday.
All right. Fair enough.
Hell yeah. Let's roll, baby.
All right. Then we go Saturday night. One of the biggest rivalries in the history of the sport. Division rivals. They are playing for a third time. They split the regular season matchups together. We have the 9-7-1 Green Bay Packers heading to Chicago to play the 11-6 2 seed in the NFC, the NFC North Division champion Chicago Bears. Obviously, first year with Ben Johnson, Caleb with the bounce back year, talented players all around. No Micah Parsons for the Packers in that defense, obviously, but Green Bay comes in as a 1.5-point road favorite in this game, which I feel like is very disrespectful to the Chicago Bears.
But is it though? It is.
Yes.
It is the Bears. The Bears gonna bear. So here's like, as somebody that lives in the Midwest, who lives 2 hours outside Chicago, they are already crowning themselves Super Bowl champions, and they're gonna go in there and do Bear type things.
A lot of good things.
It's gonna be. I got a lot of good things. I'm not discrediting anything the Bears have done this year. I just know that like they do this thing where like we think like, oh, they go, oh my God, we got this thing. It's so awesome, and then they blow it. And I do think the Packers' injuries are too much to overcome, though. And I think Jordan Love's banged up a little bit too. So unless he's 100%, I don't know what the weather's like around here. I didn't look, but I don't think that is.
I think there might be. I think it's going to be. It could. There's a chance it could be ugly weather-wise there.
Yeah, like I know.
I know.
The
Packers aren't used to weather,
right?
Cold
Yeah,
snow. You know. So.
Yeah, they play, but windy city, Chicago, nasty is never fun.
No,
but.
And listen, starving fan bases when that team. Yeah, listen, the Bears fans have been waiting a long time for anything good.
How do you?
So when you're obviously going to go there. But.
Yeah, but I just that's why I think that's why they're like the Packers are the favorites, and I think it's a betting odds thing. People are betting on the Packers to pull this upset here. It's hard to beat a good team twice.
Let's put it this way: I wouldn't be surprised if Love and his receivers get on a roll and beat them. But number one, this Bears run started when 3 Bengals defenders couldn't tackle one guy in overtime. For that game.
Yep.
That thing lives rent free in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But what the Bears have right now is, and I'm going to compare it to my team again, with the Bengals on that Super Bowl run, the best thing about that team is they didn't know what they didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this Bears team balls out for the first round and then gets beat the second round. I agree that the Bears are going to bear at some point, but I don't think it's round one. I think Bears win round one, and then we get the hope spot, and then they get crushed.
Yeah, I feel like we're with just a dumb, to be here.
Caleb buys into his what is it, the Iceman gimmick, or what do they call it? Is that what they call him?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
He's really good at that stuff, but you can also see that like in their losses, he'd do something where he was trying to Lamar Jackson hero ball it, and you're just like, no, don't do that. You have players. You don't need that.
Yeah.
But I think look, if Micah Parsons is playing this game, Green Bay wins, but they don't.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, to me, I mean, obviously, look at Caleb took a big, giant leap forward this year, and Ben Johnson clearly is a legitimate guy as a head coach. Offensively, he turned that offense around. They got great players. They did the right things to do, but it still feels to me sometimes when you see Caleb doing some stuff that he's still a giant mistake waiting to happen from time to time. That's just how he plays, and he makes a lot of great plays that you think are like, oh, that's not a good decision. It's like, how the hell did he do that? You know what I mean?
He still got that college QB in him because he did that stuff at USC all the time.
He does.
But it worked out in USC because he had He didn't have, they didn't have the players the NFL caliber. Jeff is like I just realized that Jeff is like our Bill Simmons. He somehow figures out a way to get it back to his team. Like I listened to Bill Simmons' podcast.
Yeah, he always talks about the Patriots.
They talked about, they ranked all 30 NBA teams.
I think we played most of these teams this year too.
And Bill somehow found a way on all 30 teams to bring it back to the Celtics.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you?
we lost both these teams during the regular season.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I don't think it would have made a difference seeding wise, but I'm sure the Packers would have loved to have won that Cowboys
Run
game.
away, dummy! Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Ole Miss guy just had a breakout, and like he slowed down. Here comes the Miami guy right behind him. Oh my god!
Ole Miss just took the lead on a long run to start the second quarter.
Nice.
But I think the Bears are.
Was that Lacey? Was that
yeah.
Yeah. He apparently committed to coming back to Ole Miss. So there you go.
It was like a 70-something yard run. It was a good one.
Yeah, he's a beast.
So I think the Bears are going to win. I think at home. Yeah, I think like you said, Pluggo, right at the jump. I think the injuries on Green Bay are just going to be. And Micah Parsons, that's just a devastating loss. And I do think the Bears are going to win. I think the fans are going to have a good night in Chicago on Saturday. I think they're going to have a good time. And that's what I see happening, Pluggo. I don't know if you gave an official pick.
I didn't give an official pick. I was just throwing it out there why the line is 1.5, is I think a lot of people are expecting, like the Bears. I don't think anybody expected them to be the 2 seed. I think actually a lot of people might have had this flipped, like had the Packers the 2, Bears the 7 to start the season. Sullivan says the Bears can't love that they're playing the Packers. That's the other thing too. It's hard to beat a division rival. Yeah. Oh no, I get it. Oh, I get it, Ryan. He's so funny.
Well, it's always.
But I'm gonna take the Bears. I think they're gonna come out fired up and come out with a hot start. I think they're gonna do just enough to beat the Packers, because I just don't think the Packers have enough depth right now to sustain it. So.
And Roma Dunze, they said today, is coming back for the game on Saturday. He's been out for 5 weeks in a row, I believe. So another weapon for Caleb and the offense coming back. I think the Bears. Take this one.
Bears.
Then I think right here, I think Sunday afternoon, I think this might be the best game of the weekend. I think we have the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills, heading down south to Jacksonville to take on the 13-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I have something to say. I have been very hard on Trevor Lawrence for his whole career.
Yes,
and even halfway through this season, I was like, this guy still stinks.
Yeah, I remember.
But in the second half of the year,
they were 4-2 and just beat the Chiefs, and he still was like,
because he wasn't playing well, he was still stinking.
Yeah, he was still like, this team is not good.
Because every game he would have like 5 or 6 great plays, and then he would have 2 terrible turnovers, and I'd be like, this guy's still not that good. But in the second half of the year, he turned, I don't know what happened. Cohen I don't know, but he balled out and he was impressive. And I actually think people are underrating the Jaguars a bit heading into these playoffs. They're a team, as a Patriots fan, I would like to avoid in round 2 if we can. We'll talk about game.
That Jacoby Myers trade was so awesome.
Unbelievable. And he's a former Patriot. The Patriots should have never let that guy go. Bill, you friggin' idiot. Let's let him go and sign Juju Smith-Schuster for the same contract. Yeah, good plan, Bill. How's North Carolina treating you? Anyway,
UNC.
Anyway,
Virginia.
But I think the Jaguars are being a little undervalued. Buffalo is favored by 1.5, which you would expect. I do think the best player in the AFC playoffs is Josh Allen. He's Superman, for crying out loud. But
not when it comes to 2-point conversions, he's not.
That guy was wide open, man. That guy was wide open.
I could have hit him.
If Jacksonville hadn't worn out Travis Hunter, having him play both sides of the ball, and just put him at DB and let him go there, man, that defense would be.
Well, now that they traded for Myers and re-signed him, do you think that they go, hey, you're mainly a cornerback next year? We'll have a couple packet. You think they're going to just, because they gave up so much, they're just going to keep going with it?
Their coach is a knucklehead, and he loves doing those things.
Well, part of that problem too is that they didn't know what to do with him, so they were very sporadic with it, where it was like, you got to get him into some routine with this if you're going to do it. There would
They
be
want
like
to be a people pleaser, and they should say this is what's best for you.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll, in garbage time, give you a route.
Especially considering all the stuff you traded up to get him.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they just picked him, and it'd be a wasted pick if he doesn't pan out. No, you traded the future for this guy.
Boy, I don't, as I said, I don't buy into media narratives a lot because I think they're all kind of fake, and these are professional players playing a professional game. But I will give a little credence. Do you think that Allen is in his head a little that, hey, Burrow ain't here to beat me.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson ain't here to beat me. This is my year. This is the year I have to get it done.
I think that's the biggest story in the AFC. Completely is
and
this
do you feel the throat kind of closing
yes
a little bit on old Josh Allen?
I do. I think this is without question the road is paved for him, and I know they're gonna have to do it on the road, and they're not a top seed. I understand that. The road is paved for Josh Allen. He's been there before. He's never gotten over the hump. And if you look at the rest of the AFC, you're talking they're all, besides Rodgers, who's, the Monday night game, they're all relatively young. It's Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
It's Drake May, who's never been there before. It's Herbert, who's only been, they're all younger guys. Rodgers and Josh Allen, who's MVP this is laid out for him to get there without any of those guys in his way who he could never get by. And that's why I think if they don't at least get to the bowl, the coach is gone, man. He's gone.
I just realized a horrible problem with these picks that I'm doing right now is that while I've sat down and thought about who could win the NFC, I haven't actually thought about who can win the AFC because I see weaknesses in every team. And I haven't actually sat down and gone, oh yeah, in these games, who's going to be in the final?
It's wild.
I don't think the Bills have a good enough team to get to the Super Bowl. Their offensive production is questionable when it gets down to crunch time, and I think their defense gives up too many big plays. Which, if there's one thing this Jacksonville Jaguars offense right now does well, it's great deep balls, and it's like I just think I think Stephen A is going to have a field day the week after this game is Josh Allen for real? Can he win the big one? They're going to be calling Josh Allen a choke artist, and it's not his fault. He just doesn't have any. He has a tight end and a running back for the most part. Yeah. I think they lose. I think Jacksonville wins this.
Well, that's the crazy part, right? So like you said, JPJ, if Josh Allen wins this, if he were to go on a run and they win the Super Bowl, there'll be a few people being like, well, Lamar wasn't there.
Patrick Mahomes wasn't there.
Right.
Burrow
wasn't there.
But when they get bounced in the first round of this playoff, everybody's going to be like, that's what you said.
Is he
it's going to be a field day.
Yeah. It's like, and that's not the narrative here. The narrative
is
not
his fault.
And again,
management give him the tools to win, and management didn't give him the tools to win. They got rid. I mean, they didn't sign any big free agent wide receivers for him.
No, they didn't sign. Yeah, Keon Coleman is it. Right?
Hasn't panned out.
It hasn't been great.
Shakir's he's good, but he's not a number one. His tight ends are good, and Cook is very good.
Cook and his tight ends are great.
And honestly, really great. Where would you put McDermott in terms of head coaching? In
a good defense
in the AFC playoff rankings. Like, is he better than Sean Payton? I don't think so.
No.
Is he better than Cohen? Jackson?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes.
So he's better
than
Vrabel,
I would say no, though.
Is he better than Harbaugh?
I think he's better. So. I think he's better technically than Vrabel. I think Vrabel just has the Vrabel has the aura, but I think in terms of nuts and bolts, I think McDermott's better.
Maybe.
So he's middle of the pack at best.
Listen, I don't fear.
Is he better than Tomlin?
They played together. I consider them equals.
Listen, you don't want to hear my take on Tomlin.
We're gonna hear it. I'm taking Jacksonville.
No, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you when we get there. You're taking Jacksonville?
I'm taking Jacksonville. Yeah. So listen, I got. We got to write this down.
My former high school nemesis, Mike Tomlin. I want to hear
you. Oh yeah.
Are you right? Are you right?
All right. So
you write it.
You write it. Hold on. Listen.
Keep talking.
I do think the Jacksonville Jaguars are kind of being undervalued heading into the playoffs. And I do agree with you, Jeff, when you talk about the nerves and Allen. But I also think that because Josh Allen knows that, I think we are going to get at least one or a couple signature games from him to fill that. Like I think he's going to go
personal. I love Josh Allen to death.
I love him. He's one of my favorite
players.
I
think you're making personal picks there, Jeff.
I'm going to pick the Bills here. I think the Bills win a very close game.
Okay.
Because I think when it comes down to it, I think if one of the even though he's had a great second half, I think if one of the quarterbacks is going to make a bad mistake, I still think it would be Trevor Lawrence before it'd be Josh Allen. And I do think Trevor Lawrence has better talent to throw the ball to, but I don't know. I kind of have the way that I want the playoffs to go, so I'm kind of picking the way I want them. At least in the AFC, I have Josh Allen beating the AEW Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, next.
Nobody took the Packers, right?
No,
I believe we all took the Bears. Me and Jeff took the Rams. You took the Panthers.
That's right.
And then I took the Bills, and you all took the Jaguars. All right, then we have another great one. Saturday, 4:30 p.m., the San Francisco 49ers traveling east to Philadelphia to take on the defending Super Bowl champions.
This game's going to be awesome.
Yeah, this game. Actually, I said the last one might be the best game of the weekend, but this one easily should be the best game of the weekend as well.
Is this?
I love both these. Well, I don't love the Eagles, but I love the Niners.
Is this like the worst 3 seed of all time? All we've heard is about how awful these Eagles are.
But they've just been quietly going. Listen, I still think offensively everything looks too hard for them for as much talent as they have. It shouldn't look that hard. I really like this Niners team. I just think it's such a bad draw. This was on Sunday, and such a bad draw for them to go to Philly. It makes me worried because the West Coast teams going east, they don't have a great record in the playoffs. They just don't.
That's why I was saying
and it's just Rams and Panthers. The next game with my Patriots is another one of that, which I think is going to be a hard game. I just think the West Coast going east doesn't fare well a lot, especially if I don't know if there's going to be weather or it's going to be a nice game in Philly. I'm not sure, but that will affect the Niners. But the Niners are tough, man, and I like them, but I think Philly holds. I think Philly holds and wins this game.
The Niners are a damn miracle. Given
it's
the
Shanahan's best
coaching
performance, I think, for sure.
Yeah, name a wide receiver. You can't.
Pearsall?
Yeah, but he hasn't even played all year.
And he got shot last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of these things where it's like they lose like half of their team and they're still winning. And they won a bunch of games without their starting quarterback. And they're still They are a zombie team is what they are. They are just they're a Frankenstein team. They're parts put together, brought to life, and killing people. That said, this is going to be a slugfest. Sirianni is just blue collar solid, man, and that team is just glass eaters. And yeah, they make a dumb mistake in a game and they lose. They don't make a lot of mistakes and lose. They make one really big one and they lose, but I think the Eagles win this one.
Will Nikki Bella be there to support Cooper DeJean? That's my favorite little rumor.
Look, man, if you're just casually dating and having like athletic sex and stuff, listen, I ain't gonna shame a brother.
I'm not shaming him either. I'm just asking if she's gonna be there to support him. Is it?
Everybody's like, oh, did you think about the age difference? I'm like, man, they ain't falling in love and talking.
Yeah, they're not getting married.
Yeah, I just want to know. I just want to know how many NFL fans are going to be mad when they take shots up to the press box and there's Nikki Bella.
Let's
chill. They're like.
Listen, this is Nikki Bella is single.
On the Fiesta Bowl tonight. So,
she was. She's single. She's got some young stud interested in her. Cooper DeJean might have grown up a wrestling fan, and that was one of his dream. Whatever. Who cares? Anyway.
Yeah.
You nailed this. This is Nikki Bella's midlife crisis.
Now look at she clearly. Listen, we all publicly know it was a bad situation. not great. She didn't deserve any of that shit. She's single.
No.
She's got some young
Hey, I'm not
23-year-old
knocking it. Yeah, no.
that's
I'm
interested in her.
I'm just curious.
What the hell? Why are we
curious.
shitting on her?
Who's shitting on her?
A lot of people.
A lot of people are shitting.
A lot
on
of
her.
Are they? Well, they can kick rocks. I was just wondering if she's going to be there.
And look, they do it. They do
She'll
it
be
when
there.
it's the other way around too. Like
Dad was an Eagles fan. As
Yeah,
a
yeah,
grew up
yeah.
in
Like-
Bells
Yeah, I know she's
Yeah.
an Eagles fan. I
I
just
don't
was
care.
curious if there's more incentive now to go.
You know,
I can't name a single player on the current 49ers defense. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but they're still playing way
That's what I'm
better
saying.
than they should.
That's
even
what I'm
so.
saying. They're outperforming yourself. Does that run out though in Philly? I don't know.
It's too late to declare him eligible. Is Fred Warner possibly coming back for this game?
I don't think so.
I don't
think
so.
so. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm gonna roll with you boys on this one. I think this would be the first one that we all went across the board. Maybe
No, Bears.
Bears. Yeah, we all went Bears. I'm gonna take the Eagles. Shout out to, even though our legal representation did not pick us for the brunchy.
Yeah, what the hell?
We lost out on an award that we were nominated for on our channel. So we have beef, but I'm going to take your Eagles, Lawrence. Don't disappoint me.
Well, listen. It is what it is. It's a wild card. It's a wild card. And then we have Sunday night. Well, go ahead. Did you have something?
No, I said next.
Yeah.
Super wild card, buddy.
Yeah. Then we have Sunday night, 8:00. We have the Los Angeles Chargers traveling across the country to Foxborough to take on the number 2 seed in the AFC, the 14-3. Miami just scored a touchdown to take the lead.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be
New
cold?
England. It's going to be cold, but it's going to be clear, mid-30s. It's not as bad as it could have been.
I only ask
Not
because
as bad as it could have been.
I don't know about any of you guys if you've ever had a hand injury. I mean, I just stabbed myself a couple weeks ago.
It's opposite,
But
though,
I'm
man.
saying, like, even though in the cold, though, not fun to even manage. So I don't know how that helps, you know?
As the Patriots fan here, I think this is going to be a real tough game. I think the Chargers defense is legitimate at all levels. I think they're very good. The Patriots, even though they had a great year, they did have, and I don't buy into the schedule as much as everybody wants to throw that, but they played an easy schedule. There's no doubt about it. They were a last place team for 2 or 3 straight years. They got a last place schedule but they did what you're supposed to do. You only can play the teams in front of you. They went 14-3. They had a good win against Buffalo on the road. They had a good win against Baltimore on the road. It is what it is. I think Drake May should be the MVP of the year. Call me a homer. I think he should be.
You're a homer.
He was better than Stafford.
That's a great pause. Great pause. So I know, Jeff, you had Stafford, right? One of the MVP.
No. I actually do think he's probably winning. I just can't give it to a Carolina guy.
Yeah, I think Stafford's going to win because he's never won it, and it's kind of like a career. Here you go. You had a really good year. We like you. You're a good dude.
I think that is the worst argument to give.
I think Darnold may win it, but you never know.
Because I feel like they have I've seen everybody, even Tom Brady himself goes, Drake may have plenty of chances to win MVP. You don't know that. Everybody,
just like Dan Marino. Yeah, exactly. Dan Marino had plenty of other chances to go to the Super Bowl. Whoops.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose is going to keep, just because he's young, if he's worthy of it, give it to him. I think the rushing yards even it out so they're close in those main stats. Yeah. It's more impressive what Drake May has done with what he's got than what Stafford's done with 2 of the best receivers in football.
Yeah. With that being said,
he's doing fine.
Drake May was excellent this year. He should be the main focal point of what people talk about. But I think people aren't talking about the Patriots' running game and how that's turned into what it has over the last 8 to 10 weeks. Stevenson and Henderson together are really effective. Once Henderson kind of figured out the league, and he was not good the first 2 months, but the last 2 months he's been very good, and Stevenson has been really, really good. But listen, it's what you don't know. This is Drake May's first playoff game. People don't, the nerves. There's other aspects to it. I do fear Harbaugh a bit. He's a great coach. He's going to have the Chargers ready. They're going to play tough for him. He's the kind of guy that's not that you would be because it's a different Patriots, but he's not going to be scared of the moment or scared of any, But to me, the big question is Herbert. This is his third or fourth playoff game now. He threw 4 picks in the one last year against Houston. At some point, he needs to break through and win, and I'm nervous that this might be the game that he does. I do think it's going to be hard, but I'm picking the Patriots 31-27. That's what I think happens.
I think the Patriots are overvalued, but I don't think they're a bad team. I don't think they're an overrated team. I think they're overvalued in some ways. But I wanted Vrabel to be my coach when he got fired for Tennessee. That's the kind of guy that I would run through a wall for.
Yep.
I love that dude. That said, ordinarily you put this game in front of me, I say New England in a rout because San Diego in the cold stinks.
Mm-hmm.
That said, and you're exactly right about West Coast teams flying east, but this is a night game. So their body clocks will be on their normal schedule. It won't be the early, 1 p.m. Eastern game where they're still tired and trying to get and then get their doors blown out. I don't think that this is a drubbing either way. And to me, it feels, boy, I want to pick New England here, but there's part of me that just thinks San Diego field goal to win this one at the end. That's for me.
Well, they're Los Angeles, but all right.
Well, yeah, you're right. I live in Los Angeles. I could go to Charger games, and I still call them San Diego.
We're not gonna hold it against.
At least Washington's not in the playoffs, so I don't make that mistake.
That's fair.
So I have an interesting opportunity here. Where's my Chargers hat? I should have grabbed it, put it on, and made the pick. That'd have been fun. I don't know, man. Oh God.
Look, if people have been talking shit about us all year. So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I personally think that Drake May is going to ball the fuck out on Sunday. And I just think he's going to be ready.
What if he does the exact opposite?
It's his first go round.
Interesting.
Listen, that to me, look at
interesting.
To me,
That's an imaginary cat.
yeah, to me, that's obviously the big unknown is it's only his second. I know he turned into a superstar this year, and he was excellent and might win the MVP, but he's never been.
I don't trust
and that's the thing. Herbert has they're very similar quarterbacks when you look at them, build wise, what they can do. They're very similar quarterbacks. Herbert has.
I can't get last year's Texans game.
Yeah, I can't either.
Out of my mind.
And that was with Harbaugh. It's not that was.
They were supposed to dog walk those Texans, and he threw 4 picks.
Brutal.
It's just he kept throwing pick
even on top. On top of the
gross.
4 picks, in that game, he threw for 43% completion percentage. That's how bad he was in that game. 43%. Again, I think he's going to play better than that, clearly. I think he's going to be good in this game. Our defense, it's average. We make big plays, but it's average.
I'm going to take the Patriots, but won't be shocked if the San Diego football Chargers.
The thing that worries me the most is I do think the Chargers defense is definitely legitimate. It's a top 5 unit. It's very good. And the Patriots.
Their offense is knuckleheads.
Exactly. And my thing is the Patriots, even though they had the easiest schedule, we did play good defenses this year. We did play we played good defenses.
Yeah.
We're 14-3. I do think we can find a way to get around it. I think McDaniels on the offense is very good at finding weaknesses.
This is the
figuring it out, but this is
first time in NFL history that the strength of schedule was a main point of contention for MVP talk.
Yeah, of course.
We're delaying the inevitable with this dog shit Monday night game.
Oh my God!
You're not a super huge fan of the Texans here?
I am in the game. Pittsburgh are frauds, man. You want me to talk? You want me to go into Mike? You want me to talk about Mike Tomlin? It seems listen. I know Jeff. That's a division guy, so I'm sure. I don't know. Mike Tomlin as a guy seems like a great dude.
Great human being.
Seems like a great dude. Seems like a guy I would enjoy a beer with. Seems all that. One of, if not the most overrated coach in the whole fucking league. Sorry. I get it.
Has a great front office that
great front office, and the history of that franchise is they're just a good, even though I hate them, they're my least favorite team in all of football. I fucking hate the Steelers. I hate them. but they're a great franchise. I'm 40 years old, and they've had 3
I'm 40.
coaches.
I'm a man.
My whole life, they've had 3 coaches.
Come after me.
Yeah.
3.
Write something about some kid.
There's teams in the league that have had 3 coaches in the last 4 years. I'm 40. They've had 3 my whole life.
Here's
franchise is just good.
Live from the land of chowder and pain, JPJ's losing his freaking brain. Boston anger, turn up the heat. He's got opinions with no defeat.
Sorry, I just thought it was a good time.
It is what it is.
You've never seen that?
No, I have not seen that. I've never had that on a show I've been on. Look, this is
it's relatively new in the beard sphere here in the universe.
This is a 12-9 field goal kicking special between Fairbear and
Boswell.
And Boswell.
Boswell.
Nobody can score a touchdown worth of shit. One of the things that I was dead on about in our preseason picks was that that the Texans would miss Laramie Tunsil like anything else, because that offensive line stinks for the Texans, but their defense is so good until 3rd and long, as that Buffalo game showed every time. It's like they can't handle 3rd and long for some reason. It's 3rd and 25 and they'll get 30.
But if you were ever going to play a team where you don't really have to worry about 3rd and long, it's Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
That's it.
And
that's it.
Again, they're cockroaches. I hate them so much.
This is a typical Steelers. They go 9-8, 10-7, 8 get in the playoffs, and they're going to get walloped. And Houston's going to go in there, and Houston's going to beat them.
Yes,
that's what's going to happen.
There's no, unless Pluggo disagrees here. I want to.
No, I actually was going to say I don't know how you keep Aaron Rodgers upright with that defensive line of the Texans. He's not going to have time to throw.
No touchdowns in this game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I could see like just a nasty 15 to 12, just gross. Maybe a safety thrown in there, but I just don't know.
Get a safety in there too. It'll be like 17 to 9, and you're just like, fuck this. Why did I waste my time?
Yeah. DK Metcalf will be back for this game, but I mean, Rodgers still needs time to throw the ball to him, and I don't think he's going to have enough time. So I think the Texans are going to rout him here. So we all got the Texans?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So then, all right. So for me,
we'll have to go one by one because we all have different games.
All right. So, Jeff, you're the guest.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're reseeding then, we'll start with the NFC.
Okay.
The Bears are the 2. So the 1 seed is the Seahawks. They would play the worst team left, which would be the Rams at the 5.
Rams win that one. I think Darnold
turns into Darnold.
Well,
he was great this year. He was
great this year, but that playoff game last year looms large.
Yeah. I love their coach.
Be in his head too. No, Mike McDonald.
I love their coach.
Darnold has won 28 games in 2 years. He's like the 3rd quarterback to ever do that.
Yeah, but he ain't winning this playoff game because the Rams are. That's my pick.
All right, and then in the other game, you would have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Chicago. Is this a rematch they play already this year? I think.
I don't know, but Philly's winning that one.
Okay, so then you would have in the NFC, you would have a repeat of the last year playoff game. You would have the Rams going into Philly, which I thought the Rams, if that snow comes a half hour later, the Rams win that game last year.
Yeah.
I stand by that. You would have the Rams going back to Philly in the NFC Championship against the Eagles.
Oh, do I have to pick that now? I thought we were going to go through the
game. We can do second round. So let's go to the AFC.
Yeah.
So then you have the Jaguars are the 4, and then you have the Chargers at the 7, beating the Patriots. So then the Chargers would go to Denver and play a third time in a divisional matchup, the Broncos hosting the Chargers.
Broncos have the best defense in the league, but Bo Nix is a knucklehead. But that's not going to be enough to lose to the Chargers, so it's going to be the Broncos here.
Okay. And then you would have the Houston Texans traveling to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
What a Final Four in the AFC you have. Broncos, Chargers, Jaguars, Texans.
And I don't like any of them. So, I have Jacksonville beats the Texans pretty easily.
All right, Pluggo, let's go to you then. You had the Panthers upsetting the Rams, so they're the 4.
Lord.
So you then would have.
There's always one. I'm just rolling.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
There's
so you
always
have the Panthers then traveling to Seattle to lose by 60 to the Seahawks.
I was gonna say, yeah, I got Seattle over the Panthers.
Okay, and then you have, same as Jeff, you have the Eagles. I think we all have the Eagles going to the Bears.
God, that's something.
Now,
Yeah.
Scott, the Eagles blew a big lead against the Bears earlier this season. I believe.
I'm going to take the Eagles, and I don't love it, but I'm going to take it because I think that we're overlooking them.
Okay. And then in the AFC, you picked the Jaguars as well, so they're the 4 seed. Did you pick the Pats?
I took the Pats, yeah.
All right, and then you picked. So you would have the Texans going to Denver.
Yeah. Ooh,
to play
that's
the Broncos.
Talk about no touchdowns. I'll take the Broncos.
And then you would have the 4 seed Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to New England to play the Patriots.
I'm going to take the Jaguars over the Patriots, baby.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I get really high on the Jaguars for some reason all the time.
Fair enough.
I'm not comfortable with it. I don't know why, but I just did.
Yeah. All right. I have the Rams also. Actually, wait. Yes. I have the Rams also traveling to Seattle to play the Seahawks. And I love the Rams too. But I'm picking Seattle. I think Seattle knocks them off.
I even circled Seattle because I thought you were going to roll with it, but okay.
I'm picking. I know you should have circled Seattle. I am picking Seattle.
No, I meant the Rams.
That game was so much fun between those two. I can't.
I circled the Rams, and then I was like, oh, he picked Seattle.
No, I'm picking Seattle. I'm picking Seattle.
I was going to roll with it. Okay.
I'm picking Seattle.
All right, fair enough.
And then, unfortunately, I have Philadelphia going to Chicago and beating the Bears. I think the Bears win one game. They show some promise, and then Philly goes, "Yeah, you're still not at our level yet. And you can wait. You can wait a little longer." And then in the AFC, this is listen. I hope it happens. I have the Buffalo Bills going to Denver and upsetting the Denver Broncos.
I would love that.
And Josh Allen.
Whoa! I got a cat. Nope.
Oh, we got a cat visitor? Oh, damn.
Yeah, 2 cats. What's going on?
Oh, Miami just hit a bomb for a touchdown. Holy shit. That guy
Miami's going to win this whole fucking thing.
They're going to win the whole thing. That guy was wide open by 15 yards. Anyway, I have Josh. I should just say I have Josh Allen going to Denver and beating the Broncos.
I was going to say.
But yes, I have Josh Allen and the Bills going to Denver and beating the Broncos. And then I have the Houston Texans playing this is another team with that defense I don't want to see. But I have the Houston Texans playing the Patriots very tough, but losing to my New England Patriots.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go back to Jeff. Mm-hmm. NFC Championship. You have the Rams traveling to Philly to face Philadelphia.
Coin toss here. Because either of these teams, I think, can win the NFC, as I said before. I'm going to take the Rams.
Okay. And then in the AFC, you have the Denver Broncos hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars.
One's the last.
Jacksonville went in to Denver just a few weeks ago and came back in the second half and beat them. Yeah,
that's not going to happen this time. I think moment will be too big. I think the Broncos win that game.
Wow. Ooh. All right. So Pluggo on your end, you have the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. You and I have the same NFC Championship game.
Wow.
Number 1 versus number 3.
Imagine all the haters Sam Darnold could shut up if he won this game.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so beautiful, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Every single Minnesota fan crying.
Oh, yeah. And you know how I love me some JJ McCarthy, as I use air quotes. I'm going to roll with the Philadelphia Eagles. They've been there. They've done that. Again, this is gross, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love it at all. These playoffs are bonkers. We're going to be so wrong, all of us.
I'm not going to be wrong.
Well, yeah, you're never wrong.
And then in the AFC, you have your Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Denver, like Jeff, to take on the Denver Broncos. He's picking the Jaguars. I can tell you right now he's picking the Jaguars.
I'm picking the Jaguars, baby. Jaguars, Eagles in the Super Bowl. Let's go. I don't love that at all, but I'm taking it.
I do like it though, because we're all gonna have different Super Bowls. Because obviously I'm being a homer here. So, and I actually think
Panthers, Steelers, and we're all gonna look.
Imagine. I think if I could bet on anything and feel the most positive about anything, it's that the Carolina Panthers will not make it to the Super Bowl.
Is that the grossest Super Bowl combination possible? Panthers, Steelers, just based on seeding, or are we?
No, if it's Eagles and Steelers, I will be rooting for the meteor. I'll be rooting for the meteor. I will literally hate my life. All right, NFC for me, I have the Seahawks hosting the Eagles. And you damn right, I'm picking the Seahawks, man. I'm riding them.
Good.
I'm riding them. They got a great defense. I like their coach. JSN is unbelievable. Yes. And I think Darnold shuts people up. I do.
I like that story, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Culp. He's in the house. He says you take notes on Miami to play college.
I love Culp, but we'll be talking about your Colts here. Oh no, we won't. No, we won't. No, we won't. Oh yeah, what happened?
Are you telling me a Lou Anarumo defense blew it for? No.
What are we talking about? Oh no, I remember Culp talking a lot of trash earlier in the year, and then he's been absent. I wonder why. Because his team was going down the shitter, like the thing I had earlier this afternoon. So anyway. Sorry, was that graphic? Sorry. Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Sorry. Listen, I had to hear for like 6 straight weeks this guy coming in here talking trash to me.
He did. Yeah,
about my Patriots and how great his Colts were.
How many Super Bowls do your Patriots have? You've been there before,
6.
man. Calm down.
I know. And guess what? We're going to be there again, Jeffrey.
Uh-oh.
Because Josh Allen is coming to New England. And we split the regular season matchups. We are going to get the best of Mr. Allen this time. And the New England Patriots will be in the Super Bowl for a rematch against, in my opinion, the greatest Super Bowl ever played. That one in 2014 against the Seahawks. With the Malcolm Butler interception. One of the best Super Bowls, if not the best of all time. And we're going to get a rematch. Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl. That's what we're getting.
All right, so now we have to pick winners.
And the
right?
Seahawks are going to do it the right way and actually just run it in on the goal line and win it.
I do think McDonald is probably a smarter coach than Pete Carroll, if I had to guess.
He got fired from the Raiders.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, they were terrible.
Yeah,
right,
but they just signed
all right,
the guy.
Pluggo, do you have Jacksonville winning the Super Bowl? That's what I am here for, to hear you tell me that the Jacksonville, as a British friend of mine who roots for the Jaguars, calls Jaguars, he pronounces the U in it. I want to hear you say those words somehow. I don't know why, but go.
What do you have Eagles, Jaguars, right?
I do have I have Eagles, Jaguars in Super Bowl.
What the F? Go for it. Tell me who you have.
And those luscious, golden, beautiful locks that Trevor Lawrence has. We started the season with...
Is he the MVP? Is he your Super Bowl MVP?
They started the season with Duval, and they're going to win it all. Jaguars are winning the Super Bowl over the Eagles, baby. Tony Khan's getting that championship. Let's roll. King of the North says Jaguars. Duval. I don't know how this happened, but I'm here for it. Jeff?
So I have Rams and Broncos.
Yeah, Rams. That would be a fun Super Bowl, though.
To quote Homer Simpson, the Denver Broncos.
That's how I feel. I think they're
I
very
hate
overrated.
them.
I think they're very overrated.
Yes,
their defense is not. Their defense is not.
For real.
Yes.
But Puka Nacua is going to be the MVP, and he's going to torch Surtain a few times for touchdowns.
He's a stud.
I have the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
I almost went Patriots Rams, another throwback to Patriots Rams again. But I decided to roll with the Seahawks. And listen, guys, you already know what's happening here.
The NFC is such a superior conference.
Oh, it very much is. It very much is.
I had to write this down. It's all I got it.
Yeah.
But, oof.
I am riding with my MVP, my coach of the year. I am riding the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
I'm surprised.
I actually listen.
Mike McDonald.
I would love to see it. If the Patriots weren't involved, I would actually love to see the Seahawks do it, to be honest with you. And for Darnold. But I'm picking the New England Patriots to win the Super Bowl over the Seattle Seahawks.
And the MVP ascension. Right when we had Boston becoming a spirit of Halloween. Finally.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? And the Super Bowl MVP will be one Drake.
God, dude, you're all in on it. I love it. I like King of the North commenters that Jack's getting that AEW belt and throwing the WWE belt in the garbage for generational stuff. I don't know. Would they?
I don't think they would send them the belt. I think that's the one team they would not send
that
them
belt's
the belt.
not on WWE Shop. The Jaguars belt is not on WWE Shop. If I'm correct, if that's
the only belt that's not on there. Correct.
But so you got the Patriots winning the Super Bowl, I have the Jaguars winning the Super Bowl, and you've got the Rams. Wild.
I will say my preseason picks when we all did them, I did have the Bills beating the Eagles, which very much could still happen.
I will not be shocked if the Eagles win it all this year.
I would not be either.
I was going to pick them to go back to back because I do think that I think there's a lot. They're getting overlooked a lot. They still have a really solid defense, and if that offense could just figure it out get hot, then we wouldn't be shocked. But I'm gonna have some fun. I'll go with the Jets.
King of the North. I almost did it. I think whoever wins that Rams and Seahawks second round game is going to the Super Bowl in the NFC. That's how I feel. No matter who it is.
The answer to Ryan Sullivan's question is what happens if
no. I said earlier, I think that game's going to be really close. I think it's harder than
you're not going to be mad at all. You're not going to be upset.
I will be disappointed. Yes, because I am a fan, and we went 14-3.
We're Boston angry on us.
No, this is a year early. I did not. I expected them to win 8 or 9 games. They won 14.
Yeah, they did.
Like, don't get me wrong. We're here. We're the 2 seed. Win the fucking thing if you can. Please.
We should relegate the Patriots on principle.
If they lose a 34-31, now if they get fucking blown out, I'll be like, what the hell?
The ACC could use a school.
But look, if they're the 2 seed, they should win the football game. That's it. If they don't make it to the Super Bowl, will I be disappointed? Of course I will. They're my team. Sure. I root for them. I want them to win the whole thing. But I'm not going to be. If Josh Allen comes in here in an AFC championship game and beats us, can I be upset about that? He's the best player in the friggin' league. Can I be upset about that? I can't really. I mean, I would be. In the moment I would be, but I'm not going to be like, what a failure. No, they're not. They weren't supposed to be this good. And schedule mattered, surely, but like they weren't supposed to be 14-3. That's outrageous.
Don't call me Shirley.
That's outrageous. So no, I wouldn't be. I would be disappointed, but I wouldn't be upset.
Okay,
different things.
Just curious, man. I know how you Boston people get, man. Y'all get all feisty. I was there for a week.
I envision not only how happy I would be if the Patriots won the Super Bowl, but just envision just how miserable everyone else would be, and I need it.
Yeah, dude.
I need it because everyone around the league, we gave you 5 years to get your shit together, and none of you could.
What would it come August? Come August, we're like, hey, Jeff, football's right around the corner. You want to do the preview? And you're like, nope, I'm not dealing with that, dude.
I'm going, hell no. I got to talk about the Bengals again? No.
I got to talk about the Patriots Super Bowl win. We ain't doing that.
Everybody has a great year, and we draft some Division 2A kid in the first round as a reach. And he's a punter.
Do you have Bill Belichick running your show? Because that's what he was for. Let's trade down to the bottom of the first round and take a 4th round draft talent at guard.
Oh, that was the best.
I called that. We were on here live.
Yes. Yeah, we were out there
in the first 10 minutes of the show. I said, I can't wait for the Patriots to trade down and get a 3rd round guard.
That's
that's exactly what they did.
Possibly my favorite podcast moment of any podcast.
That's exactly what they fucking did.
Watching you lose your shit when you were right.
Oh my
God! The NFL draft.
I was like, it's like clockwork.
Is that dude even on the roster?
No, well, he might be on the roster, but no.
Yeah, I was gonna say
not important.
He hasn't taken the world by storm and become an all-pro.
That
ridiculous.
Was so cool.
Could not believe it. Well, I could believe it. I called it, but just disgusting. All right. Where do we think Harbaugh's going now that Miami's open? A lot of people. I thought he was going to go to the
NFL
Giants.
Talk, are we?
No. We'll move on. But like, I thought he was going to the Giants. But now that Miami is free, a lot of people are already linking him to Miami. Out of the where do we? He's clearly the biggest guy available for obvious reasons. Super Bowl winning coach.
Okay, remind me of the openings again because I've.
There's 8 of them, so it's Miami, Giants, Browns.
Raiders,
Falcons,
Titans,
Cardinals. There's one more. Somewhere. But there's 8 openings. Yeah.
Atlanta.
I said Atlanta.
No, you said Atlanta.
There's one more. I'm just not thinking of it.
The issue, for me, Harbaugh screams Atlanta, but that ownership is so
Oilers Grandmaker said
is so meddling. And Arthur Blank blew getting Belichick to the Falcons.
Best thing that ever happened to him.
The other teams on there either don't have a quarterback.
Oh, it's the Ravens, but we didn't mention that.
Oh, the Ravens, because we're talking about
Harbaugh.
Well,
that's where he goes. Harbaugh to the Ravens. That's a perfect pick.
Harbaugh to the Ravens, baby.
Like, do you want to go coach a coach killer like Murray in Arizona? No. Titans have a quarterback, but they don't have jack shit else. Do you want to go there? No. The Raiders are the only reason I could see the Raiders is if Tom Brady gets more of an ownership stake and turns that thing around, because you don't want to go work for the Davis family. The rest are the Browns are a clown franchise because they don't know what they're doing in the front office there. I think he takes the year off and does TV and then goes back when there's a better opportunity with a better team somewhere.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, he's been brought up a lot today in the Miami.
Could you imagine if the Steelers were Tomlin gets hired next year?
That's the one. If they fire Tomlin, he'll go to the Steelers because their ownership group is the best to deal with. So that's the one that I think he would do, possibly.
Ooh.
Yeah, because there's still again, I feel like if the Steelers go out, I think there's a chance Tomlin is gone. Like I said, I think if the Bills don't make a run, McDermott could be gone. Him going to Buffalo would be. You got the quarterback.
Buffalo firing their coach. That would be one.
That's the top opening.
That's where he goes. That's where he would go. Because I think Salah's going to the Falcons, probably, because they have the best defense of any of the teams with an opening. And he doesn't want to get stuck like the Jets trying to build a defense around a shaky offense too. So I think Salah and McDaniel probably end up together in Atlanta. To be honest, Arizona.
You got to decide who's your quarterback. Jacoby Brissett actually played.
He played
decent.
Better. He played great. But Murray buries his teammates, buries his coach, and he has a big contract. They're going to give that to somebody like a Dan Pitcher or something, the OC of Cincinnati, or maybe they kick the tires on Lou Anarumo again because he was the final two between Gannon and him, and it's going to be the Jets or the Giants' job is tempting, but it's also the one with the hottest seat always, and yet you have a potential, I would say, a potential franchise quarterback there. Potential. They have a potential franchise quarterback. Agreed. They don't have a great defense, though.
No, but he's a defense guy. I feel like he could build the defense.
Okay.
You got a potential quarterback. You got Malik Neighbors, who's an all-world wide receiver. The running back Scatterboo looked good until he got hurt. It's in New York, the bright lights of the city, and the Giants to me are just the New York football team over the Jet. I think that's to me, unless a Buffalo or even a Pittsburgh becomes available, I would never coach the Steelers because that's gross. But you know what I mean? Unless a Buffalo becomes available,
are you telling
the
me
Giants are sneakily the best option?
Steelers called you tomorrow.
I mean, Baltimore's the best option, but he's not going to Baltimore.
JPJ, we need you
Chris
to coach
Shula's
the
going
Steelers.
to Baltimore. That's my pick.
You're not doing it.
Well, you said if the Steelers called
If
me?
they called you tomorrow and said, we need you to coach our team, get us
Look,
right.
are they paying me $10 million? If they're paying me $10 million, I'd think about it, but I'd think about it for 2 seconds and say, fuck off.
Wow. You wouldn't do it for 10.
They have great ownership, though. I would do it respectfully, but that team is gross. I don't want nothing to do with that team. I don't want Joey Porter, that disgusting human, walking around me.
I think my pick for Baltimore is Chris Shula.
Okay. You bring Hines Ward back for veteran. I'd be like, get away from me, dirty ass player.
Wine
Get away from me. Dirty ass player smiling all the time.
Hate
fuck
him.
off.
Hate him. Hate
Fuck
James
off.
Harrison. Hate them all.
Harrison was a Patriot for like a year and a half, and I actually
He was
liked
a
him
Bengal
then.
for a year, and he didn't do jack dick.
Well, he didn't
So,
play.
you know.
Yeah, but he was like a funny guy at least. But Joey Porter, one of my all-time least favorite players. Hines Ward, another all-time least favorite player of mine. I like Bettis. I always liked Bettis. He was fine. Oh, I hate that
I do
team.
like the Watt brothers.
Yeah, I hate it.
And I like the Haywards.
JJ Watt. JJ.
Ed Hayward was one of my
Cordell-
favorite players, so his
Yeah.
kids are cool with me. I'm good
Cordell
with
Stewart was a knucklehead in the 90s.
Yes.
Roethlisberger was a piece of trash.
that. Roethlisberger is one of the worst humans to ever live.
Get out of here, dude. Get out. I hated that. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Comes in with his beer belly, and because he's 6'7", he can always escape from people. I don't need
Yeah.
this crap.
No. Just Hines Ward smiling. Oh, look at
Signing,
he's smiling.
signing Aaron Rodgers was such an on-brand thing. For
Oh, that was the
franchise.
biggest Pittsburgh Steeler thing they could ever do is, hey, yes, sign this all-time prick that ever lived. Please. Get out of here.
Aaron and I are bonding right now. Pluggo.
I
You can
can't.
leave.
His wife is a Steelers fan.
She is.
I know.
We used to bet Steelers Bengals games when I was a Bengals fan.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Well, that didn't end well for you most of the time. sadly.
You like a team on their one good year, and you're stuck with them for an eternity for some reason. That's where I
No,
am.
so it worked out. I was like, if the Steelers win, I get to take you out on a date. If the Bengals win, I get to take you out on a date.
Oh,
Look at you.
so that was actually that's a nice story then.
Yeah. But then
Okay.
and then of course that they tried to murder Antonio Brown in that famous playoff game, and I was just like, I can't keep rooting for this team. And then they're like, we're gonna draft Joe Mixon to clean up our image, and it's like, oh God, and we're gonna keep Marvin Lewis, and Pac-Man Jones is our locker room leader, and I'm just like,
Hey, that's
Pluggo
former
big
TNA
PTSD.
tag team
You need to
champion Pac-Man
stop
Jones.
this crap.
we can move on.
So do you guys introed the show with like it feels frenetic in the WWE, and I don't know if you'll go AEW or WWE, but I brought this up in the show I recorded earlier today, and I got sussed by my co-host who said, nope, this is just the reset for the Rumble and the road to WrestleMania. But it felt like to me like 90% of the belts just kind of changed all at once, and you're like, the entire women's division is just every belt in the women's division other than Jade's and Stephanie getting knocked out for a while, but like all the mid-card women's titles switched hands in the last week or two. NXT is a mess because they decided to bring up a whole bunch of people for that third hour SmackDown, even though they don't need them necessarily. So that ruined all the logic in that booking.
That Oba Femi made that Oba Femi.
Well, I actually wanted to talk about that first, to be honest.
Made no sense
because he had the match with Cody, which he should have won that match with Cody.
Yes.
Stupid that he didn't.
Yes.
And obviously he was as good as people that have been paying attention to Obafemi knows he was very good in that match. That match was getting hot and heavy before they did the bullshit finish. Then they make him, they made him champion. They just made him champion again. Yeah, I almost feel like just to have that match for some reason. Mm-hmm. And then he has the title defense against Leon Slater. Good main event on Tuesday. And then they do the backstage skit. And then we come back and the belt's just in the ring. And we've been seeing Oba on vignettes on Raw and SmackDown the last couple, basically since the Cody match. And now it's, he's coming up. The report is today that he's going to be on Raw and that he might even be prominently featured on WrestleMania this year, like a high level match, which they should. The guys, you just look at them. But why would you do it that? I don't know. The whole
why not do what you did when you knew Stephanie was ready to go up to the main roster and you pulled that shocking finish with JC Jane. You made JC Jane a legitimate player in your promotion. You did no one any favors, and I get it. Everybody's like, "Oh, but can't lose on his way out." Yeah, yes, he can. Figure
I don't
out.
think they shouldn't have brought him back. They should.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that either.
I agree.
We shouldn't have been here. But if you're gonna be here, you got Leon Slater, who's just like, and you could have debuted that belt on AMC if you
why do you take the belt off Ricky? Just keep the belt on Ricky. Even if you bring in Javon up, you can still do that thing where he cashed in the thing earlier than whatever. But it just feels like to me they brought him back to win the title from Ricky when it seemed like the title was going to Javon and that was the next logical guy. But then they decided, well, we're bringing Javon up too. And we'll get to the whole thing about them announcing that on a friggin' commercial break.
Just so he could have the belt on Saturday Night's Main Event.
That was it.
That was it.
And it just, the way they got that, don't get me wrong, does Trick Williams deserve to be on the main roster? All three of those guys are, to me, yeah, all right, fine. They all should be on the main roster, in my opinion. But at the same time, just why are you booking your show? It didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me, the way they did it. At all. And then you have Javon Evans, who's clearly going to skyrocket in popularity and be one of your next top baby faces because he's cool and everybody likes him and he's high flying and the kids are going to love him and all that. He's that type of guy. And you introduce that he signed a contract to Raw on a commercial break? On a commercial break.
It had just been highlight reels.
Holy shit.
And that picture that they used on top of it was just I saw it scrolling Twitter and I was like, wait, when did he do that? And
I
everybody's
put a caveat in JPJ's logic, though.
Please.
He could be a top babyface on Raw.
Could be.
But it's the same thing with his time in NXT. You keep beating him, those kids don't want to root for a loser. It doesn't matter how spectacular he is.
No, it's fair. And he's 21, so he has about a 16-year wait until they even consider him to be a main eventer. So that's an issue as well.
Get up and cover Carlos Colon. I remember
exactly.
that one still lives in my head.
Yeah. So there's that. I just, again, the things they do like that, and again, I thought Raw was a fine show. However, if you're going to bill it to me for a month that it's this giant show, it can't just be a standard show. And it was a very standard show. I am personally a fan of Stranger Things, so I thought that was all cool and fine. I didn't care about that. Didn't bother me one way or the other. I thought it was cool, fine. But again, and you see people, and you talked about it, Pluggo, on your stuff this week. A lot of people were like, that was stupid, Stranger Things. That wasn't a promo for Stranger Things, bro. That was a promo for WWE.
Yes.
And Netflix is not happy with the numbers from WWE. So putting Stranger Things, maybe not happy is the wrong, but putting the Stranger Things stuff on Raw wasn't to get a spotlight on Stranger Things.
Right.
It was to get a spotlight on people to watch Raw.
On the lesser popular thing, but it was just your basic standard cross promotion, much like AEW and DC Comics. I had no issue with this one.
It was fine.
I've never seen an episode of Stranger Things. I don't want to because I don't like science fiction all that much. But I'm just like, look, you need to calm down. If some of the people who like Stranger Things watch this, they're gonna be disappointed because it didn't do much in terms of a crossover type thing. It was just branding for the most part.
That's all.
It was dopey, but
Pluggo's in the chat though. I gotta interrupt you. Sorry. What's up, love my life? How you doing? Good looking. What you doing later? What you doing?
Trying to repair your marriage on the show? That's terrible.
I'm just asking her what she's doing later. Maybe around 10:30. What she got going on?
And then some
answers though. That's your problem here, Pluggo.
Huh?
What if she answers "Oh, got plans. Sorry."
I'm so screwed then. Listen, I've always
it's the old law school thing. Never ask a question you don't already know the answer to, Pluggo. That's all.
Listen, I've always said I started internet wrestling podcasting just to flirt with my wife online.
There we go. And then, so
I don't know any Stranger Things either. Or just to cap that, my 2 cents. I don't know anything. I thought the set looked cool. I like different sets because I like them breaking up the static of the normal. I think people that were fans of both were expecting some of those people to show up, and they just didn't. And whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I liked the cool little chapters things that they were doing in between and telling the story there.
I thought the outline was cool. It's a no-win situation because unless the kids on there or the actors on there are fans of WWE, it just comes off as, yes, we paid people to be here who don't want to.
Joe, what's that? Joe Kearney with that?
Joe Kearney. He's from Massachusetts.
From Fall Guy. Yeah. That good-looking head of hair of his. He ain't showing up.
No, Steve Harrington.
He ain't Cam Scadaboo. He ain't mixing it up with
from my neck of the woods, Joe Kearney.
And what did we think of the Raw overall?
I thought. Listen, we're going to talk about the main event.
Yeah.
But listen, we got new tag team champions. Io Sky and Rhea defeated the Kabuki Warriors, so we have new women's tag team champions. Like Jeff said, a lot of, and this is coming off on Friday night, where Julia won back the United States Championship from Chelsea Green, which to me seems like WWE's like, we completely fucked that first title reign for you, so we're gonna redo it. We're gonna redo it.
Chelsea, if you want us to bring Matt in, we're gonna take the title.
Well, we'll talk. Yeah, I thought that was actually one of the best parts of SmackDown was the Matt Cardona thing. Feel incredibly happy for that guy.
They have this tendency in WWE. They don't mind shaking things up and pulling the trigger in the women's division, but for some reason on the men's side of it, they're the
energy of the women's division right now is that tag division.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. And it's mostly driven by just how friggin' awesome Asuka is for the most part. And this Rhea Io story, which looks like we're going to be extending it through next year because I don't think that singles match is happening for a while. I think people like this act too much. But I mean, you look at it, you have Charlotte and Alexa in there. You have Roxanne and Raquel. You have Lash and Nia. You have in the bottom tier of it, you have Lyra and Bailey doing their thing, and they're still solid. You have like 6 or 7 teams in this women's division that are at least interesting or that people like. So,
oh yeah,
100%. Yeah, and so you have that,
and then you can isolate Jade and Bianca and
Becky
Stephanie
and AJ,
probably Liv, and then Becky.
That's where I think. Yeah, and then later on in the night, Becky Lynch won back the Intercontinental Championship by beating Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree just got married. I believe she's going on her honeymoon. But that was listen. To me, when I look at
successful to you,
I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was. To me,
I kind of agree. I do. I don't think Maxine's going to be people's favorite, but it got her over with the people who go to WWE shows, so that's fine. Yeah.
I think it's successful if they don't forget about Maxine if she goes on a honeymoon, comes back and buries.
If she just goes back to being with Otis in the back,
they put her with Natty in this
put her with Natty,
and she's going to be fine.
Yeah, if they keep building off it, then I think it is a success because I think people are forgetting she beat Becky Lynch 3 times. Becky Lynch had to cheat to win the 4th one, right? So if you can keep building Maxine into this killer, then sure, it's going to be successful. But if she,
here's the problem with that. Do you believe that? I mean, do you believe that people believe that Maxine is better than Becky?
Oh, 100% they don't. I love it. I love this Maxine, dude. I think it's awesome.
But listen, we've seen in sports, we're all big sports guys our whole lives.
Yeah.
Sometimes great people or great opponents just have that one team that just screws with them all the time. And if Maxine is oddly enough that person for Becky that just always gives her tough whatever, to me, when I see WWE book a little thing like that where they were like, hey, we know Maxine's going away in 6 weeks or 7 weeks, so she's getting married, hey Becky, do you want to go do this and maybe try to make somebody? I go, okay, why aren't we doing that up top at all?
Becky Lynch is the Josh Allen to Maxine's this year's AFC playoff quarterback field.
I don't mind them trying new things with a relatively new person on there. I I don't think it's working, but I don't fault them for trying to do what they did with Austin Theory either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, but I don't think it's working.
Can I tell you my theory on Austin Theory?
I see what you do.
I think he's working for Seth. I think Austin Theory's working for Seth.
Okay.
That's what I think. Him and Seth have a history. They were together in the pandemic era. I think that Seth hired Austin Theory to kind of infiltrate and be the mole in that for whenever he comes back. I think we're going to find out that they're going to try to make Theory a good guy. Oddly,
I don't think he has the personality chops to.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that, but I actually think that would be a cool kind of way to differentiate just another guy joining the Vision.
Yeah, and I think there's a real problem in the way WWE structures its stables, because I think the idea on this is we're supposed to believe this is a Heyman Dangerous Alliance type thing where you really didn't have a weak link until they were ready to break them up, and then you got to the Zbyszko thing. For those people who remember that 92 run in there, they never structure people as equals in a faction. It's always a hierarchy. Here's the star, here's the guy who's there to take losses mostly, type of a thing. So you never get that really effective unit type things, because you always know someone's the geek of the group.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think that, so I don't know. That's probably me in my booking brain trying to be creative, because WWE feels like in certain aspects they just don't try to be. But I think that would be a good, because then again, like you have this group now and it's Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, and Theory. Okay. I love Bron Breakker. We're going to talk about that because I actually think that he should have won on Monday. And
go ahead. Sorry. I was going to say, I think they're making a strange miscalculation, but maybe they're not going to go through with this story where they're going to possibly. Did you watch the post show of Survivor Series after War Games?
I did not.
Did I?
Okay. Well, they've alluded to this in various things, but Logan Paul went off on how he saved Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
Oh, I forgot Brock still obviously.
But remember, we've also had those moments during these things where, Braun and Bronson are kind of like, standoffish about Logan Paul over and over. I think they're going to try and turn Logan Paul babyface, and I don't think he has any business being babyface.
No. Yeah, they've teased it a few times.
Yeah, they teased it with Punk that one night with Punk
and with Miz.
But Logan Paul, you're right, Jeff. He has been like the more exuberant guy in the group, being like, "Yep, I got your back. I'm there for." Like he's doing things that
they're setting him up for the fall, and
right now,
like
100%.
That's not the guy that people want to root for necessarily. I don't think. I think people love to hate Logan Paul, so let him do that.
Oddly enough, I feel like the guy people want to root for in the group is Bron Breakker. That's the guy that people want to root for, without question.
They want him to. I mean, it's weird because they so want him to be a Steiner. They're doing the bark. Yeah. They're doing the dog face gremlin roof stuff. Or they.
So we're not going to call him that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like when CM Punk's cutting promos mentioning his father and his uncle.
Yes.
Why can't we just fucking call him a Steiner?
Do the pivot like you did with Zack Ryder and Matt Cardona. Just do that thing on the Titantron. Boom. Now
he's not Bron Breakker
anymore. Bron Steiner.
And it takes one promo to be like, listen, this is what the WWE wanted me to be. This is who I am. And then you're off to the
right.
God. Yeah. No, right.
Yeah.
We're off to the Axel. I forgot about that.
He should have just been Joe Henning. Just let him be Joe Henning.
Didn't Curtis Axel beat like Triple H and somebody else back to back?
He won the Intercontinental Championship from Triple H.
Yes,
they were like
Michael McGillicuddy.
That was like one of the few times they were like, we're just gonna put a rock into somebody and boom.
I know that WWE wants to own naming rights and all that stuff and their big business. When it is a generation, when it's a second generation guy, just Bron Breakker should be Braun Steiner. Michael McGillicuddy should have been Joe Hennig. I don't understand when it's Randy Orton's Randy Orton.
Look, you can change the Rotunda kids' names because Michael was boring always, except for the varsity club.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, exactly. They want to be but certain guys, you know what I mean? Like, does he have to? And I get it. It was NXT 2.0 and they were doing the cool, whatever. The guy's a stud. He's a star. It's very clear. His promo work the last 2 months has been really good. Like, he can compete. He out-promoed Punk a couple weeks ago. Like, it's just, it's clear.
I think my guy at that promo was told to take it down a notch.
That's what you're saying. I think Braun was just, and again, that main event on Monday, that was a good main event. It was a good match. But again, I sit there and I go, I know Punk just got the title, and I love Punk, and he's your favorite, Pluggo, but you got a 26 or 27-year-old kid that everybody fucking knows is the guy, is a stud. Just make him, man. Just make him. Have Punk win the Rumble and win it back at Mania. Or have Punk win the Chamber in Chicago. Boy, he wins the Chamber, and what's it hurt?
Yes, this was my argument about Kyle Fletcher and AEW. Just
same thing,
dude.
Yeah. And I think,
give the big one, man,
and not the exact same, because not for a title, but like, I look at what happened at World's End, and all the matches were good, but you have Fletcher and Takeshita sitting right there as that final.
I hated that booking
as that
much.
final, and here's our main eventers for the next decade: Fletcher and Takeshita, and they just, and again, I don't think you can ever go wrong picking Okada or Moxley, but or have Okada and Fletcher. Or you have or Takeshita and Mox. Who cares?
Yeah, out of the four people there, the least interesting choice was Moxley and the Grinch and his heart growing 3 sizes that day for winning the Continental Classic, as opposed to, you give Okada the win going into the Tanahashi match. I'd be cool with that. Takeshita and Fletcher, you make the face of your company if he wins that damn thing. And Takeshita doesn't have legitimacy, even though he's the IWGP champion, because he's doing this ridiculous, I don't like you, you don't like me, because you don't know who's doing the split thing. Put a rocket to one of those guys and let's see what we got, man.
Yeah.
I think what I want so much.
Yeah. And I think Graymaker, he says it because Fletcher is going to get that push to the next level when he's a baby face. Probably, but like, I don't think
you give the legitimacy of being the face of the company as the heel now. And then when you turn him babyface, finally, he's inevitable. He is a guy that you put in the center of the big poster, and you send him out in the suit, and you even as a heel, you send him out in the suit to do media and whatever, and he's going to be absolutely great doing it, man. And instead of just Tony doing all the media. That's the problem I have with that company so much.
Yeah.
Too much Tony Khan media.
I mean,
just they don't do the retail politicking of wrestling, which look, people like the kitsch in America. I know people don't like to hear that, but people like they like the promos, they like the angles, they like that it's a little larger than life. And so hey, let's go into that. And Fletcher's the guy. AEW has 2 marketable stars to me in terms of that, MJF and Kyle Fletcher. And I think we'll see on the second run how MJF does, but the first one didn't do, his instincts weren't good with the Brochacho stuff. Give me Fletcher. Let me see what he can do.
Yeah. I don't know. And I get it. Like, to me, it was I was saying it for the 3 weeks that they were promoting. I was like, Bron Breakker should win this match. He should 100% win this match. It's a no-brainer to me.
You've drawn all the eyeballs with this cross promotion, and that's a giant pay-per-view show. This is the time to have a gigantic moment. Don't do the other title switches on that. They were all fine. Don't get me wrong. But if you end the show with Bron Breakker winning
a moment,
and everybody's then talking about that, and you're like, oh my God, I never saw that coming.
Well, go ahead, finish.
Well, I was gonna say one last thing. I actually love this late stage CM Punk.
Oh, me too.
CM Punk has had an issue, and it's been a detriment before, but now it's an asset, where his reach exceeds his grasp of what his physicality is able to handle in a match or something like that. Because he's not graceful, he's not the most athletic, but now that he's grizzled old Punk and doing it, it fits so much better than, say, a 29-year-old Punk who wasn't the most graceful fellow in the world but could talk you into a match. I love. Yes, to get back to the headline, just do something like if you wanted to belt Javon Evans on his first
yes
match in a big show
over Femi, do it. I don't care.
Or Femi or something like that with the big belt, with not a roll up finish or a slip on a banana peel thing, but hit this finisher 1, 2, 3, instant stardom.
Yeah,
they can't get out of their own way though. The idea. This is what I keep hearing, right? Bron will get his moment at WrestleMania. He'll beat Punk at WrestleMania if they were to go. But here's my thing. Like you said, we had all the eyes on the prize. We had the Stranger Things crossover, first Raw of the year. Everybody's locked in. You end with Bron. You get those fans that go, who beat CM Punk? Who's this guy? I got to check this guy out. Who's the guy? Because again, if you go, well, CM Punk beat Bron Breakker, casual people that you're trying to watch your product on the road to WrestleMania are going to go, I don't know who this Bron Breakker guy is. Punk beat him, so he can't be that good. But instead, if you go, oh, shoot, Bron Breakker's walking into WrestleMania and Punk had to win the Rumble or whatever, or the Chamber to get a shot back at Bron because now he's run tear over him for the next couple of months on the road to Mania. You go, oh, shoot, like you make a guy, and then he walks into Mania as your champion, and Punk has got to do the grizzled
and then Punk's the
veteran
babyface old man going to win the title. But
yeah,
nobody wants to root for a heel going like
he's the old gunfighter who's lost a step in terms of his
you have
it was right there, and they said, "Nah, we're good."
You put it on Heyman. It won. You put it on Braun. One thing is it immediately re-legitimizes the Vision completely because the world champion's in that group. Immediately legitimizes it again since Seth has left. You make a guy in Bron Breakker, and then you have Punk be in the Rumble. He makes it to the final 2. He loses, and then he's in the Chamber in Chicago, in his hometown, with his last chance to, and the crowd is behind. It's right there.
Oh, and I'll give you one in between too. Maybe even a Saturday night's main event if he's willing to do it. You have Braun beat Brock.
Ooh, I wouldn't hate
who
it.
wants the title, and you just
I wouldn't hate it.
There you go. You're off to the races.
There's options there.
And I just think of all the times when Triple H, the guy who books the show, was the champion, and he put over Randy Orton, who was super young, and he did the thing with Batista. And I just think of those moments, and I'm like, why? You lived that. You helped make Randy Orton become Randy Orton with the thumbs. You did that. Why are we not? You have guys, young guys and girls, but they're more, like you said, they're more willing to take chances on the women's side of things. But
occasionally
you have young guys, and you just brought up 3 stud young guys. When, what are we waiting? What are we waiting for some of these?
Gotta pay
what
their
are we
dues,
waiting
brother.
for? Oh yeah.
But you got, I got 4 kids. I got my youngest. He loves wrestling, so he's a bit of an anomaly, right? Like he knows the guys and the gals, and so but like my 10-year-old isn't really into it, but like he saw Javon Evans while we were wrapping Christmas presents on that Raw, and he goes 6'7" on his shirt. Oh, cool! Like it's corny, it's a dumb catchphrase, but it gets that younger kid, that gets that younger audience, gets those people invested and go, oh, this guy's cool, You gotta get some of these. We gotta get some of these young guys in here because listen, it's an old man's game at the top of wrestling, and it's like
it's been that way, and it's like kind of like that, but it's been that way for a long time.
I know.
No, but in WWE, especially on the men's side, it is like you gotta shoot some youth into that, and again another reason to do it on Monday.
Do they have a problem at the top? Because I said this at the Royal Rumble last year. They had 10 guys, 12 guys that I go, that would make sense if they won. And now you interject a Matt Cardona's return. You just called up 2 more guys, possibly a third. A third with Obafemi getting called up officially. So now you've got to take care of these guys, and you still got to take care of the Codys, the Drews, it's
well, they haven't been taking care of Drew for
I'm
months.
just saying though, you've got this log jam at the top, and I'm not suggesting we get a third title. That'd be silly, but there's only 2 top titles.
I just again,
which is an argument in itself. Should we even have a secondary world champion? Because it kind of diminishes.
And then we're having again, and I talked about we're having this 3 stages of hell match on Friday, and I hate it because the only reason they did this match is so Drew McIntyre can pin Cody and fucking lose. It's the only reason they're doing this match. Because why would we still be doing Drew and Cody when Cody's not losing to Drew? He should have already, in my opinion.
Well, let me stop you there for a moment.
Do you think he's going to win?
Ooh, yeah,
what are the chances that Drew wins, but Cody wins the Rumble?
I wouldn't hate that. I think Drew should be the champion. I think he should have beat him at Saturday Night's main event. WrestlePalooza. One of those times he should have beat him.
Because there's no way one of these new guys is winning that big Rumble in Saudi Arabia. There is no way in hell that they
Cody getting the pyro.
But Cody getting the pyro.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Sami Zayn is a possibility over there.
That's a good one. That is.
I think Sami, to me, he's been talking about, I've never won the world title. I'm going to win the world title. I think it should have been against Seth, because if you remember the Night After Mania promo, it was Seth that offered him the automatic title, and he was like, he looked right in Seth's eyes and was like, I'm going to win a world. I thought that's where they were building to be honest with you.
Oh, I have this strange inkling in my head after you said that idea that they do this. Sami gonna win it, gonna win in front of my people in Saudi Arabia, gonna win Mania, I'm gonna win Mania, and then loses at Mania.
We lost Pluggo. What's Pluggo doing? Oh, he's getting okay. We had somebody in the chat asking where the belt was, and that's the belt. So
still here. I'm officially not the KOP champ. I got to set me and Tanner are linking up to get this thing drops off, but I still got it, Chef. It's not in the fridge. Don't worry.
Yeah, but I just I don't know. I think about because we're only it's July 10th, 9th. So
we're in July already.
January.
Woo!
Sorry, Jesus. What is time?
Yeah, it's January.
Time?
It's January 8th.
Yeah, exactly. So we're 3.5 weeks away, or a little over 3 weeks away from the Rumble. So we're in it now. So who can win the Rumble? And all the guys we're gonna pick or we're thinking about are the same guys that you're gonna be picking. I mean, Cody and Punk are the champions, so not them.
Roman.
But Roman, Brock.
I saw.
I
put that out to social media, early picks for Rumble, and a lot of Roman chatter, and I'm like,
yeah. And they had that
Roman or Cody. That's the only two I can see them.
And again, I consider myself a big Cody guy, but I have no interest whatsoever of seeing Roman and Cody again at WrestleMania. Not right now, at least. You want to give it to me in a year or two after some distance? Fine, but there's been reports that that's the plan. Who's asking for that again? Who? Besides the guys that run TKO, because I feel like they're actually calling the shots. So, because I honestly...
Rock comes in, hey, I have this idea. We'll have
I'm going to take his soul.
It's just like...
We're going to do it this year.
Man. Can we? I just need something new. I just need something new.
They can't.
And again, the shows aren't bad necessarily. It's not like it's bad. It's just very safe and just uninspiring.
They got shareholders and all that money. They got to play it safe. They can't. They can't lose an inch here. They got to keep pushing. But they got to.
I don't think it's that. I think it's even more basic for the most part. I think it's just okay. We're gonna have there's going to be a lot of news about this event in Saudi Arabia. Who do we want to win it? We want a guy who top lines our company. It's going to be one of the two guys. I mean, if this were in the early aughts, it'd be Cena.
Yeah, or Stone Cold or Hogan, or it'd be the guy.
It's very. Talk about that. Yeah, that's rough. Having it be one of the two guys, one of the guys that we're talking about how we want to, but it's also the Saudi Arabia Rumble, which has its negative to it, and then you're going to play it safe.
Imagine if they made Oba Femi the winner of the Rumble. And everybody goes, "Who the hell is that?" In Saudi Arabia.
And that was my argument with Oba when everybody said he should have been in the tournament and maybe even gotten the spot with Cena. in the last match in the tournament.
And
I said,
Sammy is a sexy pick for that.
Dude, Sammy would be money. Because, everybody likes Sammy. Nobody hates Sammy.
And obviously the Saudi Arabia stuff is more.
And then, they get the Daniel Bryan. And then they get the Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
Up. Well, if we beat him, then people really want to see him win.
Honestly, I feel like that's how they'll book it. I feel like that's how they'll book it with Sammy. Like Sammy will
WrestleMania.
Yeah, Sammy will fill right into that role of the underdog that everyone's going to be like. They did it with them in NXT.
Johnny Knoxville this week announced that there will be a Jackass 5, so Sammy's already got a match locked into place.
That was the best match on that WrestleMania card. I will fight. That match was awesome.
So much better than it had a right to be.
That was the most entertaining match, maybe most entertaining. I think the women had a great one.
I think I also called it the match of the night.
It was the match of that whole weekend. Was that match with Johnny Knoxville and Sammy? That match ruled.
He's got to prepare for whatever that chaos is going to be, so he can't win the Rumble, guys.
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't know, man. I almost feel like, and Fernando says it in the chat, I almost feel, when I'm talking about like matches for Mania, I kind of want Cody and Punk at Mania. Like that would be a match I could get behind. But they're both the champions.
Promos that would be awesome.
Yes,
I think.
That would be they would sell me not that I would pay
they both left for various reasons.
Hold on. Let me book this for you, JPJ, because I think this is how it goes. I think, Cody loses his belt to Drew. He wins Rumble.
Challenges Punk.
He challenges Punk because he's a secret heel. And he's
I would love to see a Cody heel turn sooner.
And CM Punk calls him a fraud the entire time. Oh, saw what you did when we were both in that company at one point. Whatever they want to allude to.
You avoided me. Blah blah blah. You did this. You did that.
I know why you really left. Because
then Cody can lean into the stuff he was saying when they were both in that company of like, oh yeah, well you were the guy that left and said you were going to do a bunch of shit, and I'm the guy that did leave and did the bunch of shit that you said you were going to do.
I don't even think you go there with Cody. I think you have Cody play Dusty in a way where he's the people's hero and he's the people's this and the people's that, and CM Punk, the big cynic, is like, I see through your crap, dude.
Yeah, it's fair.
You're just an opportunist.
Yeah, like Cody and Punk would be a match that would really excite me. If that was a match at Mania, I'd be like, ooh, like that's a match I want to see.
Give me those promos every day of the week. That's all I want in the build, really.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, but we're in there now. They had the big anniversary Raw. It is the road now to the Rumble kicks it off officially, but we are there. Like this is the start, and they're bringing these guys up and they switched a lot of titles over. And yeah, I know you said that some people were saying it's, to build to the Mania. This is what they wanted, blah, blah, blah. But I also just think it's a new year. They got the third hour of SmackDown, like you said. It's just.
Yeah, but you can see some of them. Like I fully expect Carmelo Hayes to drop that title to Trick Williams.
Ooh,
I wouldn't hate that. Although Carmelo, long overdue. Carmelo getting a spot like that. As far as SmackDown goes, I think the U.S. Open Challenge has been a godsend to that show.
Oh, Ilya Dragunov's an insane person, and he's fantastic every time.
Yeah. And I want to see where he goes. I think that he should have a really good showing in the Rumble. I want to see where things go for a lot of those guys, because there's Ilya who should be higher on the card. Bron Breakker, in my opinion, like we said, should be the world champion. You just brought up Obafemi, who's immediately going to be a star. I thought Trick's debut on SmackDown was very good.
All right, I got a question for Jeff. I don't know if I asked you this, JPJ. I think we touched on it last week. With all the call-ups and all the shakeups, though, there's a who's doing the summer down in Orlando in NXT?
David Finlay.
Yeah, who's doing the nickname, the Dolph Ziggler Becky Lynch to put over this talent, that because now there's a void, especially in the men's division.
You got Ethan Page standing right there. He should be on the main. He should be on the main roster. You got Ethan Page.
But who's doing the main roster? Come down to make a guy.
Okay, that's what you're asking. I wasn't sure what you were asking.
Yeah, I was trying to get there. I was taking the long way. But who's doing the Dolph Ziggler spot? Who's doing the Becky Lynch Lyra spot where they go down and they do like a
If
feud.
Ciampa's gone, Johnny Gargano's coming down with Candice, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
If you want to do
for NXT going down,
if you want to do like an older veteran of sorts, I wouldn't mind Sheamus going down there and just beating the shit out of some of the young guys. Hey, all right.
I want Sheamus Oba first, please.
Oh yeah,
Give me
that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Hose me on that one.
But if you want to put Sheamus down there, it's kind of like, all right, guys, like this is what it's like when you get to the main roster. Hard hitting.
Here's what I want my Mania opener to be: 3-way dance, Sheamus, Obafemi, and Ilya Dragunov.
Oh,
just let them beat the piss out of
hell. And if Drew doesn't have anything to do, make it a 4-way.
Well, Drew and Sheamus are always in those. It was Drew, Sheamus, and was it Rusev?
Drew. No, it was Drew, Sheamus, and Gunther.
And Gunther had the good one. That match.
The Mike's Hard Lemonade match of the night or something.
That's crazy. So fantastic. I could see the Miz.
Oh yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad spot for him.
That's a guy who doesn't need to be on the main roster, but just has heft and can help the kid. He can help the personality on some of the people.
Yeah, because
100%.
Because without Trick, Javon, and
fantastic promo, but he knows the system, so he can help with the system. For women, I think Mia Yim is always on there.
I think
she's gonna be squeezed out of that mid card, especially with people like Jordan Grace coming out who were already lost on NXT and now they're on the main roster. And you're like, all right, somebody needs to go in and think of some really good creative for her to get her over, because it's not just they let her die in NXT after they finally signed her. And it's just like, what are we going to get?
The muscle muffin stuff.
I could see that being kind of like we give you a year of a main roster contract and we cut you and you can go back to TNA at any time type of a thing.
Well, because if you think about it too, the way NXT New Year's Evil kind of left us too is they kind of, I don't know if Blake Monroe's going to be long for NXT.
I think she's coming up. I think
she's going up. I think
she's definitely going up.
She'll be in the Rumble.
So there's and I say this in the best of ways, and they'll replenish it somehow. But there's some holes that we got to figure out in NXT going forward. And I know that they like to implement some main roster talent down there to kind of supplement it till they get these people's feet wet. And we'll start to see. They signed some guy. I saw the promos. I don't even know I can't remember his name. They signed some guy for AAA.
But I think that they also have a handful to half a dozen of people that are on Evolve that they want to be on NXT.
Take a look at the SmackDown.
And I think that
Kendall Gray should have won on Tuesday.
Kendall Gray is one that's immediately a primetime player. Ethan Page kind of being with that group, the Vanity Project and the Swipe Right, and that other guy. Jackson Drake. He seems to be that Sean Legacy fella as well. Like it feels to me that they have guys and girls down there that they probably want to be on NXT a bit more, that they've sprinkled in here or there. So you're losing a Jordan Grace, you're losing a Blake Monroe, you're losing the three guys that we already talked about. That's kind of shy, and you have new guys that just showed up. Your favorite, Shiloh Hill,
don't even say that dude's name.
Can I tell you? I laughed out loud at the tooth spot.
Oh, sure. The guy is super confusing to me.
You know who made that though? Is Ariana Grace.
Yes, she's fantastic.
And I'm gonna say this: if Piper Niven can no longer go,
you want to put her with Chelsea?
I want to put her as Slagent A1 with Slagent A, and just have because those two when they worked together in NXT were magic in terms of.
Could Chelsea be someone that we could see go back down and do the stuff with Ethan and just kind of hang down there?
Well, she's doing the AAA stuff, so it's already Chelsea and Ethan are perfect because they're veterans. They will die for whoever, especially Chelsea, and they can go to any of the properties that they're on. They can go to AAA. They can go to TNA if they wanted to send them there for a moment or two. They can go to the main roster and they can go to NXT. They are. I hope they have careers for the next 10 to 15 years.
Let me tell you, I've always been a fan of Ethan Page, but I did not know how perfect of a fit for WWE he was going to be until he got there. He showed up on NXT after he was let go, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And he has just been unbelievable.
He's always had a gift for gab. I actually think when he went a little nuts during COVID and decided to become a body guy. I think that helped him more than anything.
Yeah.
That helped him so much
on
this thing. But I mean, yeah, I don't see it's weird because I think they're in to just get back to Pluggo's original question. I think they are of the opinion that sending guys from the main roster, unless they're the top tippy top tier, people are already seeing it as a demotion for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had those moments. They had those moments at times where it was, fun, but then you watched how they executed it and it was piss poor. Like when DIY went down there, that was some and Carmelo with the Trick Williams thing. That was a terrible segment. It needs to be really good creative to make them feel special, as opposed to, here's the guys that the SmackDown roster isn't using right now.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
I just meant for like a long. I think more in the ilk of like Dolph when he won the NXT Championship in that later run, or then like when Becky went down and she won it and made Lyra.
That was fun.
Those were cool. Yeah, I'm talking.
When Sasha and Bailey went down as the tag champs. That was
there was some good stuff, but yeah, it can be bad. I just think to bridge the gap for a little bit until some of those evolved people get their feet wet and can be. Because you still got to remember, it's still a television program. It's still on the CW. It's they're still trying to draw numbers. You still need some faces right now. As much as they've got good things coming, I still need some people where I go, hell yeah, I want to tune in Tuesday night to see that.
I'm going to give two acts that I don't know if they would do it because of their political connections and if they've been there. But would you send that Solo Sikoa group down to NXT to be the big bads? Sort of to be the school bullies, so to speak. And even though they've appeared in Triple ARA, are the Wyatt Six kind of a small arena act as opposed to
I think NXT
SmackDown? Because once they do the Fireflies and the bell rings, people tune out of that stuff.
Yeah, then people in NXT would, like Pluggo said, would eat up the Wyatt.
Would eat it up in the
in a good way. Like, they would eat it up. They would love it. They would
love it in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
actually think when you said the Miz was a good choice too. But
the Wyatt Six thing, like that's got that shelf life for me was very. I don't know how long it can go, and like you said, it's kind of. The
problem with the Miz down there is that he was signed originally to such a big deal, and he is making bank with the escalator clauses in the things. I mean, like he's one of the first people who had first class travel before he ever did anything.
Yeah.
And they would look at that and go, why are we wasting money on this guy in development? They'd cut him after that, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, he's that guy that I think he does everything for that company. So
he's valuable. Yeah. He's valuable from like a media standpoint and just all that type of stuff. Oh, we need somebody to go show up on this show and promo Miz.
He must have one of those like college football coach buyout clauses where it's like, are we going to cut the dude and pay him $70 million?
Yeah. Let me pitch something to you. Because it just came up to me thinking about it. And this is also kind of a rag on Miz a little bit, so in a good way. Miz in AAA doing he doesn't, even if he's doing like he doesn't catch people, and then a Lucha Libre show or something like that.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
That'd be pretty good.
Cheap heat shtick, I guess. I don't know if I want that necessarily because I that last AAA show was pretty fun. I thought.
Yeah, I think they've been doing pretty good when they incorporate their stuff over there. To be honest with you, isn't the Undertaker running that?
Or he's helping book it.
He's helping book it. Yeah. But all right. On that note,
he's a puppet.
On that note, we got a little
pay them dues, brother.
I know. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Don't get us back to that for crying out loud.
60-year-old Taker knows exactly what those luchadors want.
I know. All right, we have all our picks written down. So as the playoffs go, we'll have to see if any of them end up, being correct or where things go.
Yeah, I'll put some graphics together for our socials so that you can keep track of them too.
Heck yeah. Jeff, always a pleasure having you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Why don't you plug where people can find you and what you do every week so people can check them out?
Crap Game 13 on X, although I've been a little less active of late because work and life is catching up. But for arcane references, 1980s wrestling and love of Tully Blanchard, that's your source. I do 2 shows. I do the Dynamite show on the Fight Game Media Network. About 20 minutes after Dynamite goes off the air, Paul Ace Fontaine and I thoroughly deconstruct that week's AEW and news and Dynamite. And then my long-running show, almost 12 years now,
wow.
in February, Shake Them Ropes, the original crew is back. Rob McCarran and myself. The Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network just dropped a new show today that just made the feed. We have our separate feed, or you can get that on the Voices of Wrestling super feed in all of your various podcatchers.
Love it. Love it. Go check out all that stuff. Go follow Jeff. He's wonderful. Always a pleasure, because I know we're obviously going to talk wrestling when you're on, but I know we're going to talk football and other things, and it's always fun. So, Pluggo, do the dang thing, and then we'll get out of here.
All righty. Well, thank you again, Jeff, for coming on and talking football, talking wrestling. I love having you on, even though you're a Notre Dame hater, but we love it. But I'm Pluggo. You can find me on all social media platforms. You search Pluggo, you find this face. With this gentleman every Thursday night right here, 8 p.m. You go to @B2Beards on all social media platforms. You know what we got going on. Like I said, I'll have our playoff picks up on the socials probably tomorrow, because the games start on Saturday, so I'll have to have it up tomorrow. Saturday, 4 p.m., I'll be back with Grainmaker Wrestling Pod for 4 Exposure. We're talking Warrior Wrestling and whatever other independent wrestling news pops up. Probably get you ready for that Jersey J Cup coming up soon, as well as somebody was talking about earlier in the chat. And then all my writings are up on Love Wrestling CA. Those are going to start up again soon with the LPW shows coming up.
Yeah. You can follow me at JPJ Loves Gaming everywhere. However, my Twitter main account has been hacked. That is right.
Oh,
they got me. So I don't have access to it right now.
Nigerian Princess.
I was super confused real quick all day yesterday. I was like, I don't remember tweeting that on the Beards account.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I was basically controlling the Beards account for most of the day yesterday while I was at work. I sat down on break and I had an email that was like, your email changed from this to that. And I said, I didn't do that. And then I lost access to all I was like, that stinks. So they haven't posted anything. I don't think they've messaged anybody. I don't know why they did it, but whatever. But that's my main account. I hopefully will be getting it back shortly, but I'm currently patrolling the old Firmly Love Wrestling account as like my current backup account. So go follow me at FirmlyLW if you want me on Twitter. And then you can find me, like he said, Thursday nights here. Every Monday and Wednesday, I'm over on Body Slam talking post-show of Raw and Dynamite. And then I'm on my own channel. So some YouTube stuff, some Twitch stuff, all that fun stuff. So go follow me. Yeah. And again, obviously, thank you, Jeff, for joining us once again. I'm sure we will have you on very, very soon. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Fun chat tonight. And we will see you next Thursday. And until then, y'all know the drill. Say hi to Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Peace out.
Hey there, Pluggo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue, and I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you two beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, behave yourselves, or I'm going to cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer going to get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being fans.